Carlos Reyes has been searching for his father's killer all season long. Although 911, Lone Star Season 5, Episode 8 implies that his quest is done, it is more likely that the most recent suspect is just a diversion from the real murderer. Carlos, a former police officer who is now a Texas Ranger, is one of the first responders in Austin, Texas, whose work and personal lives are followed in the procedural drama TV series on Fox. Since the start of 911, Lone Star, Carlos has been a major character, and his last tale as the program draws to a close centers on his father's passing. Gabriel Reyes, Carlos' father, passed away just before his son's wedding at the end of Season 4 of 911, Lone Star. Gabriel was shot and died as he answered his doorbell after an unidentified attacker rang it. Carlos has been searching for them ever since they fled before anyone could identify them. After finding out that Gabriel was looking for a mole in the police department just before he passed away, Carlos even joins the Texas Rangers, just like his father. In Episode 8 of Season 5 of 911, Lone Star, Carlos is given information that fundamentally changes the course of his investigation. 911, Episode 8 Suggestions for Lone Star Season 5. Carlos' father was killed by Campbell. In 911, Lone Star Season 5, Episode 8, Carlos continues his investigation into his father's killing, eventually finding Nestor Grimes, an informant Gabriel knew. Nestor is saved from a trap house by Carlos and Ranger Campbell. Carlos informs Campbell and Chief Ranger Bridges that Nestor has passed away as he returns to the hospital's waiting area. He also makes up the story that Nestor didn't tell him anything. That is how The Quiet Ones concludes, giving viewers the impression that Campbell was involved in Gabriel's demise. Why it's unbelievable that Campbell killed Gabriel. The hour's revelation is shocking because, until 911, Lone Star Season 5, Episode 8, there was no reason to suspect Campbell of killing Gabriel. It's difficult to accept Campbell's involvement in Gabriel's murder, even in light of Nestor's final remarks. In 911, Lone Star, if Campbell didn't kill Gabriel, then who did? Gabriel's killer is still at large and hasn't been found. If Campbell is a red herring in Season 5 of 911, Lone Star. Chief Ranger Bridges is the most likely suspect, though. His behaviors and responses during the hour sound dubious, and it seems like the authors are hinting that Chief Ranger Bridges is the real offender. Given that Gabriel was looking into a mole before he was slain, the 911, Lone Star persona who killed Carlos' father must be a member of the Texas Rangers. Chief Ranger Bridges is also heavily featured in the trailer for Episode 9. He appears to be urging Carlos to kill Campbell, something that the real murderer of Gabriel would undoubtedly do in order to shift the blame. In any event, Carlos must solve his father's murder before 911, Lone Star concludes, and if his intuition is correct, he will discover that Campbell is probably not the murderer.